fall through? What led to the military now surrendering back to democracy?
All Gida and Abacha, they sapped the nation of their resources like seriously. Gida and Abacha, they sapped the nation of their resources like seriously, and then Abacha was even very terrible because justly, and then Abacha was even very terrible because during his time he was a dictator and he never gave room
into we coming into democracy in 1999. How would you summarize the transition to power into democracy?
All right, in that regard, actually, democracy came back to Nigeria after the sudden death of Abacha, because his death was a sudden and unexpected one. It was just all of a sudden that it was announced that Abacha is dead. Wow. Although a lot of people were happy, actually. Yeah.
Including yourself.
I don't think I was born then. And if at all I was born, actually, I was still a baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was still a baby, actually. But according to what I read from history and what I met from the mouth of my parents, they said a lot of people were happy. Why were they happy? Because this man was actually a dictator. He made life seriously difficult for people. Actually, president of the country after Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. So after him was the government of Yar'Adua, ruled from 2007 to 2010, still under the same umbrella of PDP. And after Yar'Adua came the government of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Yeah. Before I take you on how we switch from military rule into democracy reign,
yeah,
there is no way we'll talk about democracy in Nigeria between 1998 and 1999 that we came into the administration of OBJ, Olusegun Obasanjo. I'd like you to give us an understanding of the rule of MKO, because there is no way we'll talk about misrule, government malpractices, political gladiators, and not mention somebody, a Democrat like MKO,
yes,
Chief Moshood Abiola, who lost his life as a result of the maltreatments of the military rule. So how would you bring that into the governance of today, into the conversation of today, that Nigeria as a nation move from military rule into democracy, and these are the brunt of that decision?
Yeah, Chief MKO Abiola, that's Moshood Abiola Kashimawo. Yeah, he was a civilian actually. He stressed so much on the fact that he wanted to become the president of Nigeria, and his election, according to how both the local and international body view it, it was seen as the first free and fair election that was ever held in Nigeria. However, it was annulled by Babangida.
Okay.
Yes, because he considered it as, although they are saying it's a free and fair one, but it's actually not free and fair to the core. So he had to cancel it. But when he left, Abacha came into power with the intent that he's going to hand over to civilians, but he actually didn't hand over to civilians. However, the government was transferred back to the civilian after the sudden death of Abacha. I mean, he died suddenly, unexpectedly. So, and then came General Abdul Salam, so who had to say to the civilians, "Man, I'm handing over the government to you." So, when Abacha was there, he did not give room for political gathering. He banned them all from the country. He disallowed their operation. He didn't allow them to operate. I mean, he gave no room for political party. He was a dictator to the core. But when Abdul Salam came into power, he opened the ground for the political party to carry out their activities, and even instructed INEC, that is the Independent National Electoral Commission, to conduct election for the political party, so we can be able to know who exactly is going to be the president-elect of the country, and not just a president-elect, but a civilian president-elect.
So now we moved into democracy under Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yeah.
What would your evaluation be since we came into that governance of the people, by the people, for the people, between 1999 and 2024? what would the evaluation be? Is it a thumbs up for the PDP who started it, or for the APC who are presently in power?
Well, every one of them tried, I must admit. Yes, every one of them tried. PDP, they tried on their part with Obasanjo.
So sorry for interjecting. Let's face it, from between 1999 and 2007.
2007.
That was when we had Yaradua.
Yes, Obasanjo tried, but when Yaradua came into power, oh my God, he did well. Yeah, he did well. And to date, I must say that we are still missing him in this country.
So you didn't miss Obasanjo?
Oh my God, guys, he's trying to kid me here. I miss Obasanjo too, I must admit, because it was during his time that we were able to have phones.
Wait. See. I'm not.
Oh my goodness, Mr.
Mr. Lalikon here.
All right.
Sorry. We had to throw a band on this conversation.
It's all right.
Because in my own evaluation of all that has happened, in how we have been ruled by the democratic parties or whatever.
Yeah.
So far, we had Obasanjo, whom at the time, tried to stabilize, paid off our debts, our international debts, put Nigeria on a golden page of the world. Nigeria became a prospect, for investors, and that was what brought about the telecoms that we're enjoying today, and some other investors in the country. Every company was just, everybody began to bring in their portfolio to Nigeria. Not until we now then after then we move into the handover part to Yaradua, who was his protege, because he was the one that the PDP, they were on PDP tickets. So between that time, it was unfortunate that we lost Yaradua. We had Jonathan. So I want you to give us an understanding of how would you rate the dominance, the rule of the PDP compared to what we have right now, and what difference is that making from the military rule?
Well, actually, just like Mr. Dakwa has rightly said, the government of Obasanjo, to keep fun apart, actually did well for the country, including the government of Yaradua. Actually, when Goodluck Jonathan came into power, also he did his best. He tried also for the country. He did well, I must admit. And also the incoming of Muhammadu Buhari, also did well for the country also. Although there were complaints about him that even though he was like advocating
I'm sorry to interject you. You said the incoming, the president, the government of Buhari did well.
Buhari,
but if we go by what our present president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said about the rule of Buhari at his campaign, at one of his campaign, he was saying that they don't have brain. I think that was open, and it was this is a party chieftain, throwing a blow at the dead government, and people began to say a whole lot. So, but if you sit in our studio today and you say, and you rate that government as a good one, I want you to show me the goodness, and in portfolio, in facts and figures, how would you rate the government of the APC?
The government of the APC. Well, so far it's actually a good one, but I'm so surprised hearing what I heard from you right now, because if Tinubu should say that, I'm talking about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you just say that the government of Buhari was that of people that have no sense, how does his own look like presently then? Don't you imagine? How does his government look like presently?
Well,
let's compare in terms of things. Although things were much more better than this during the time of Buhari, I must admit, actually.
Okay.
I must admit. Well, now he came into power, and then I'm so surprised hearing this that the government of Buhari does not have.
No, because at camp, some of the things our Nigerian politician does or do when they are seeking power, a position of power, is they make the whoever is in power look bad. They will paint whoever that is on seat, not doing enough, that they are the hope, they are the blessing, they are the miracle, they are all the breakthrough you need as a country. So what is wrong with the system of governance as a nation? What are we not doing right that has kept us preferring our previous to the future?
Yeah, what I'm going to say about this is that I'm so glad you are still with us, our viewers, and it's my pleasure to be here once again with Mr. Dapo. But as regard your question, what I'm going to say is that, of the truth, we are seeing every one of them trying their parts, but the truth remains that Nigeria actually have not been doing well in some particular aspect of life that would have made the life of citizens okay. And I'm talking about, look at where we are presently.
Where are we?
Look at where we are presently. Economic depression here and there, lack of employment opportunity, absence of social amenities in the rural area, and all manner of terrible things, including increase in crime rates. Problem of insecurity is there. Political instability is also there. So actually, I'm not going to say we should go back to the to this military rule actually, because they are also not good. They have their faults, just like I have said initially. However, the civilians, we need to know what we are doing. I'm talking about
Mr. Olalikon.
Yeah.
If you have the platform today,
yeah,
to address Nigeria,
yeah,
what would your message be to them?
Oh, very well. My message to them is going to be that actually we are looking forward to a good government, because I must admit the system of government in Nigeria has been a bad one.
I can't hear you, sir.
Oh, very well. I must admit that the system of government in Nigeria has been a bad one.
Okay.
Do I come again with that? The system of government in Nigeria has been a bad one. And that's what gave rise to all the things I just mentioned now. Insecurity, political instability, absence of social amenities, and even the government looting public funds. Imagine making expenses in billions, trillions, and yet you say you are doing the citizens good. What good are you doing the citizens? So my word to every Nigerians out there is that, please, although the system of government in the country has not been favorable, but please, let's keep hope alive. Yeah, let's keep hope alive and keep on believing God for a good government. However, to the government of the country, I am going to say that our leaders should do the right thing and put doing the right thing in focus with the fear of God, because it is not enough to do the right thing. The most important thing is to add the fear of God to what we are doing. So this is to our leaders. Please put doing the right thing in the focus and add the fear of God to your doing of the right thing. That's my case.
Thank you, Mr. Olalikon, on the program.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy every part of our conversation. I gave viewers this way we'll quote the curtain, drop the curtain.
Sorry, before we call it a day, I must also add to it that charity, they say, begins at home. Lest you say we don't mention the civilians. Citizens of Nigeria, you also have your part to play. Please, I beg you in the name of God. We have our part to play by standing for what is right and saying no for what is wrong. In other words, we must embrace righteousness and eschew evil. Let the traders, market people that are selling product to customers also, let them also not be hiking price of things, because this thing that we are saying, the government, we are the government actually. You are the government, I am the government, and we are all the government. Just like the saying goes once again, that charity begins at home. We all have a part to play in this regard. The market women and the traders and those who are dealing in this manufacturing and selling of product to consumers, please also do not hike the price of products, all in the name of the fact that you want to make profits. The Yahoo boy too should stop scamming people and stop using people for ritual. And as a matter of truth, Mr. Dapo, I must admit that that's actually one of the reasons why money is no longer valuable today, because there is too much of blood money in circulation. Yes, and you can't expect money to be valuable in this sense when you're having blood money in circulation. Blood money, there's no way to be able to wait there's no way you can be able to have it continually in your hand. So we need to work on these things, my fellow citizens. Let the one who is corrupt stop being corrupt. Enough of embracing bribery and corruption. It won't help. It encourages laziness. Imagine if you know that as you are going to this place, you don't need to work hard. Once you just go there, give them a fat envelope, they will collect it from you and do what you want to do. Will you bother to be diligent or hardworking? The answer is no. So bribery and corruption doesn't encourage diligence and hardworking. We must do away with bribery and corruption in every level, at all levels, both in the school, in every sector of the economy. We must do away with bribery and corruption and embrace diligence and hard working. And we should not forget that righteousness embraces a nation. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach unto it. So that's what I'm going to say to us, every one of us. We've all got a work to do. Don't blame the government alone. We have a part to play. So a better Nigeria is in the hand of every one of us. The ball is in our court. Let's play it well and play it right. Okay? So I'm back to you, Mr. Dapo.
That's where we draw the curtain, viewers. Thank you, Mr. Olalikun Lawa, for joining us on the program today. And to all our viewers, a big thank you to you for staying tuned. And to all our crew in the studio, thank you very much. From wherever you are watching us, this is where we'll draw the curtain finally on CC Television on the program today. And join us again tomorrow at same time for another beautiful edition. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.